Hi again. Since my hair's behaving, I'm going to go ahead and do my next video that I was going to do, which is I was going to show you 3 ways to do a lazy wrap bun. The first way I learned is the easiest, but in my personal opinion it doesn't look as nice. And then the second way is kind of a step up. And then the third way is like the way to make it look like as perfect as possible. And I don't think my hair's long enough for the fourth way yet. Gossamer has a really cool tutorial for how to do it with floor length hair. But I need like another foot of length for that, so I'll do the other 3. So this is the first way I learned it. And for my hair, I need to wrap around my whole hand for this. If your hair is thinner than mine, or if it's shorter, you may not need to wrap around your whole hand. You might only need to do 2 fingers or 3 fingers if it will wrap. Like so. But I need to use my whole hand. And I'm using this double-pointed knitting needle. It's my favorite hair stick, really, because it's the easiest. And I don't have to worry about breaking it. They're really cheap. They don't corrode in damp hair. So that's usually what I use. So anyway, first lazy wrap. Whole hand under the thumb and just around the base. And I work my hand a little more loose here so that I don't have to pull on this later. And just wrap until the ends are tucked under. Then pull this part down. Take your stick, stick it in, I slide it between these 2 fingers, stick it to your scalp. I come out this way a little, grab scalp hair. You want to basically slide the stick along your scalp under the part you wrapped. Then I bring my stick out over here too to grab more hair. And then I pull this part like that. And that will stay for several hours minimum. I've forgotten that I've had it in before and just gone to bed. And it looks good, it looks fine, it feels fine. But I don't like this knob showing. So there's another way to do it, which is almost the same. Actually, this is a variation first that will give you basically the same thing I just did. This way, I wrap 2 fingers, and I wrap around the thumb. And I'm holding my thumb out because I'm going to need this loop spread to go over the bun later. Wrap like before. Grab your stick. Through here. Grab the scalp. Out the other side. Through there. And it's basically the same. It's a different method of getting the exact same thing. But if you want that lump in the middle of the bun to look smaller, you can do it. And the number of fingers you're wrapping on this side may vary. You just have to experiment and see what works. So far it's the same. Now I go over the thumb again. And you can see I'm almost out of hair that way. And then wrap around the inside. Everything else is the same. Stick, grab scalp. I have to do this to make sure I don't lose that loop. And come out. And you can see that way there's a little bit less of that knob showing. That knob is just all the hair you've wrapped around inside. And since there's more hair on the outside wrap and less hair on the inside wrap, it doesn't pop out. If you had more hair, you could just wrap twice the way you do the first wrap around the finger, wrap around the thumb. Somebody posted a tutorial for that recently, and I forget her YouTube name. But if you have hair that is not as thick as this, or if it's slightly longer, or both, that's a great way to do it. It gives you a lot more of this and a lot less of that. The third way is this. I know this is the fourth demonstration, but the first two are basically the same, so I kind of call it two ways of doing the first one. The third way is basically the same as the second that I just showed you, but there's a slight adjustment that you make so that you don't have any of that inner knob showing. So do everything the same. It's the same until you put your stick in. So fingers, thumb, under the fingers, over the thumb again, and wrap like before. And this is a different part. Here you put your stick in the same, grab scalp, go under, but then you don't go all the way under the hair that makes up the base of your bun. You come out slightly before you get to the end of it, and up. And that makes sure that knob stays tucked down in there where you can't see it, and it gives you a slightly happier bun. And it doesn't feel to me like it came out right this time, and I think that's because I have so little hair left to wrap here. Technically this part, if I had done it a little bit better, this part ought to blend more with this here. And then you get a nice just round bun with just a line through the center. But I need a little more length, and I need my thickness to travel down my length a little more. But there you have it. That's every way that my hair is currently capable of doing the Lazy Wrap Bun. Thanks for watching.